Whoa, it's time for the Benét Embry Show.
Kane is in the building.
This is the BENETEMBRY, Benét Embry, host of the Benét Embry Show, coming to you live and uncut right here, right now on www.thebenetembryshow.com, as well as IamMissNikki.com. What's going on, family? Man, has it been a very tumultuous, what's the word I'm looking for?
Tumultuous?
Yes, that's the word I'm looking for. That word right there. But you're tuned in live to us tonight, and we are the cure to your Monday blues. Man, I had a very traumatic day. I went to the doctor for the first time, scared to death because somebody, I ain't gonna say no names, was telling me about getting my liver checked out and shit because of my gout. You gonna call no names, but
James?
Yes, exactly. It's the negativity. But we had everything situated, blood pressure down.
Hold on. Did you get the finger?
No.
Oh, it's coming.
No, it ain't coming.
Oh, yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Oh, yeah. They go check that. They
exit
go check that
only, buddy.
They go check that prostate.
I've heard that it's not the finger that's going to be. Never mind.
Oh my.
Well, whatever that.
I mean, you do eventually have to get your prostate
No, I'm not.
checked.
I'm not.
Okay.
You're gonna have to.
No,
you're going on 50. You're gonna be due. For
I am not going
colonoscopy.
on 50.
I've heard it's just a little pinch.
Colonoscopy when you turn 50.
Whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll get into that a little bit later. So we have a great show for you tonight. We have 3 super dope topics and our special guest tonight, ladies and gentlemen. She is the CEO and founder of Saditty Hair and Extensions. Am I saying
Sadie.
that right?
Oh, okay. So you starting out with jokes.
Saditty Hair.
Sadie like Sadie Mae?
No, not Sweet Sadie. Saditty. This is
I
not.
don't even know why y'all know. Y'all know.
He said,
You know what? See, you started something.
See, and he said he ain't been drinking.
I have been drinking.
This is regular?
He said,
Oh, wow.
I mess up everybody's names. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. I need you to
he
get
went
it
shady
right.
with Miss Sadie.
yes, he did.
Saditty
That's
Hair
it.
and Extensions, Miss Kimberly LaSane. Oh, Mrs.
Okay. Mrs. LaSane.
Mrs. LaSane.
Like
Kimberly.
insane.
I said LaSane. I said
Saditty
that right.
Hair.
Saditty Hair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But ladies and gentlemen, let me actually introduce you to the
Z.
people who make this show work. To my immediate right, she is the 2016 UUA Model of the Year. She is the CEO and founder of unbiased.com, and she's a writer for DallasBlack.com. Ladies and gentlemen, she is the first lady of the airways, the queen of the Benét Embry Show, Miss Nikki Jackson.
What's up, everybody? Happy, beautiful Monday. Hope you guys had a great, fantastic weekend. Got out and enjoyed some sunshine. Hope you didn't get caught in the storms that were going on out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got to go out to Taste of Addison and
yeah.
get your food and your drink on.
Get your drink on.
Did you
yeah.
do that, Benét?
No.
No?
Who's Addison?
Why is that? Why are you going to see that hoe?
Oh, wow.
Oh, y'all need help.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
ladies and
I'm
gentlemen,
just
all the
saying.
way to my left, he is the show manager. He's the man with the plan. He's our political analyst, Mr. James D. Kane.
Hello.
And as always, Skyping in with our sports segment, my main man, Mark Holmes, with the Joe Boo Sports Report. So, tough weekend.
No, it ain't tough. It's just how you look at it.
Yeah, I guess so. It was tough, man. I went to the doctor because my old lady was just nagging me. So I finally went, but I got everything.
So did they give you some more medication?
They didn't give me nothing. My blood pressure was down, so I ain't got no more blood pressure medication.
Did they confirm indeed that you do have gout?
No, that because I got to go back. Because what happened was I was up there acting the fool, and so they kind of got tired of me and escorted me out.
Wow.
Y'all didn't see my post on Facebook?
I believe it.
I do believe that.
Yeah. Shout out to my homegirl tuned in all the way down in Houston, Winstonia, Denise.
You go get
Shout out to
killed.
Winstonia.
You
Hey,
really, you
Winstonia.
really.
Hey, Winstonia.
No.
It wasn't me.
Listen. You
That's
go.
the homie.
You know better.
Well, I'm just saying, what? No better for what?
Don't nobody know who that is.
Well, she know who she is. I try not,
Winstonia know who she is?
She should know who she is.
If she does, she does.
If she don't, she does now.
So that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you know how we do. We're going to hit you with this quick song, and then by the time we come back, it's going to be time for Nikki's Hot Spot. You're tuned in live to the Benét Embry Show.
Hey, my name is Camille Winbush, and you are watching the Benét Embry Show.
Young, free, there's still a lot of room for discovery. Run, slow down, still trying to figure out my philosophy. My sights up high, I see the world as a little bit. You came, we played, good gracious, you're racing ahead of me. Don't get me wrong, 'cause boy, I feel just how you feel. We could be everything, so let's just keep it real. Feel so good, but not now. Don't want it, don't want now. Yeah, boy, I really like you. I really like you, but I still got some living to do. I got a whole lot of living to do. I'll admit that I really like you. I still got some living to do. I guess that's my catch-22. I guess that's my catch-22. Yeah. Sunshine, blue skies, the rush of the buzz, no compromise. Right thing, wrong time, no aching or breaking, I'm doing fine. Baby, just maybe, when it's too late, I realize little bird should have heard the tweet in the crowd. Don't get me wrong, 'cause boy, I feel just how you feel. We could be everything, so let's just keep it real. Feel so good, but not now. Don't want it, don't want now. Yeah, boy, I really like you. I really like you, but I still got some living to do. I got a whole lot of living to do. I'll admit that I really like you. I still got some living to do. I guess that's my catch-22. I guess that's my catch-22. Falling too deep, but I'm still learning how to swim. I guess it's gonna take a little more time. Feel so good, but not now. Don't want it, don't want now. Yeah, boy, I really like you. I really like you, but I still got some living to do. I got a whole lot of living to do. I admit that I really like you. I still got some living to do. I guess that's my catch-22.
Damn, he can't talk to her?
I listen.
And we are back.
Hold on.
Ladies and
Let me just say this right as we come out of this out of this
I
music.
come out of break fussing.
Yeah, because we know what's going on with you, but you know how James would get started, and we done lost the whole guest by bringing up stuff from the past and showing pictures this and showing videos that. Let's
Yeah,
just
we're
try
not
to stay on
gonna
point.
do any of that.
But we weren't even on camera. So,
Right.
James, you can't have conversation with her if we're not on
no,
camera.
he old damn. He trying to be a damn slave mouse.
Right. That's
You're too damn dark to be a slave mouse.
That's what
Understand
it
that. If
That's
you were
what it
light
is.
skinned and you were cracking a whip, maybe.
That was very racist. That's
It
a very
was?
racist
No, that's the
comment.
truth.
That's a very racist
You're not an
comment.
overseer. You're not
very
the
offended
overseer of
that-
me.
I'm
just
very
understand
offended
that.
at all of this negativity and racism in the room. This is the land of the free, the home of the brave. And I'm tired of you two light-skinned folk always double teaming on me just because y'all are the house Negroes.
I'm gonna tell you how the dude that I work with said, "You're not the boss of me." You remember Benet? You're not the boss of me.
Y'all need help.
No. You're the one that was fussing.
Because you were being ridiculous.
Well, Nikki, you know what? I done told you this 6 million times.
You don't have to tell her that. She a grown woman.
I'm not scared of you, Nikki.
She a grown woman.
I know you take kickboxing.
You can't tell a grown woman nothing.
Judo.
But you were being ridiculous, though.
Well,
You
I do
really
that
were.
sometimes.
You really were.
Nikki,
I do that sometimes.
I got something I wanted to ask you, but when we get into our topic, I gotta ask you this.
Okay.
Don't forget.
Well, we
you
got
might
3 of
wanna
them.
I'm gonna write it down.
Oh, okay.
Well, we got
Taking
3 of them
notes.
tonight.
3 or what?
3 topics that we're going to try to get to.
Okay.
One is by Nikki Jackson. The kids. No, that's mine. You and your spouse are separated / divorce or divorce papers are filed. Why are you upset that they're dating and or having a sexual relationship with somebody else? My topic that we try to get through: the kids are the biggest reasons to stay married. And James actually came up with a super dope topic: the of age, the transition from raising your kids to coaching your kids. So we're gonna try to touch on all of that tonight.
Good topic.
But right now, it's a little.
Come on here.
Why do y'all always do that? Y'all know it's dope. Let me get my sexy
about
voice
We
ready.
don't know that it's
Let me
dope.
get my sexy voice on.
I don't get a heads up what's about to happen.
She said, "Here's a." It's a little warm in here, but it's about to get hot. With Nikki Jackson and Nikki's hot spot.
She even laughed at you.
Nailed it.
That was hot. All right.
A hot mess.
Yeah, I'm over here doing the Michael Jackson. Mama say, Mama say, Mama say.
That was a hot
Whatever.
mess.
Everybody, y'all, I don't know why y'all hate on it. I know y'all liked it. James, you can't like it because there will be a man law violation in there somewhere. But
And Zig just
I
tortured.
think you should work on a remix.
well,
That's what I think.
no remix.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
well, whatever.
You're so dumb. Anywho, so jury selection will begin this week, and hundreds of potential jurors could be interviewed in Pittsburgh for the crucial phase of comedian Bill Cosby's sex assault trial, which is about to get underway. The jury must decide if the 79-year-old actor drugged and molested a Temple University women's basketball team manager at his home near Philadelphia in 2004. Cosby is expected to appear in court as jurors are questioned. His wife and daughters have not attended the pretrial hearings over the last 18 months, although his daughters believe he's being unfairly targeted and that race may play a role in the accusations. And what she calls unfair attacks.
And they shouldn't attend.
Cosby says his wife has never wavered in her support. The felony charge carries a potential 10-year prison term, but Cosby also is focused on the court of public opinion. He told a talk radio show host last week that he hopes to clear his name and resume his career as a writer and performer. Cosby said he does not expect to testify because he fears he would misspeak. Now, I did notice that they have put the Cosby Show back on TV.
I saw that on your Facebook
Which
page.
is great. I watched all the episodes that they were running on Saturday, and it was just so entertaining to me how funny this TV show was.
It is. Great show.
Can I make a prediction?
Yes, absolutely.
He'll get off.
You think so? I mean, the man is going on 90. What are you going to put him in jail for 10 years for?
No,
Really?
and I mean, listen, you already seeing the groundwork because it's about money. Mm-hmm. It ain't about all this other stuff.
Yeah, so the Cosby Show is back on TV1 and VH1.
Question.
Oh,
So
wow.
is this criminal or civil charges?
These are criminal charges,
This is
which has a felony term.
What? I thought the statute of limitations, don't they come into play some type of way?
But didn't she just come out last year before? If the statute of limitations had been over, they wouldn't be going to court, going to trial.
Right, because there was some women that said, yeah, he did this to me back in the
1970s,
Yeah.
right?
And
right.
they were like, Yeah, you should have said something about it like 20 years ago.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Last night was Drake's night at the annual Billboard Music Awards, held this year in Las Vegas, Nevada, and hosted by Ludacris and Vanessa Hudgens. The rapper took home 13 awards, including Top Artist, breaking Adele's previous record for most prizes picked up by an artist in a single night. Congratulations to Drake.
Did anybody else win anything?
Golly.
Not really.
I'm not. Are you a
Beyonce
Drake?
got something.
Oh, are you a Drake fan?
There are some songs of Drake's that I like. I do have a few of his songs downloaded.
Yeah.
Are you a Drake fan?
You know, I like Dre with someone, like when he's
Right.
in a collabo, but really
Yeah.
by himself, there's like one or
There are
two.
a few songs of his that I have that's just him. Like I love Marvin's Room, but typically I like him with other people.
How Long Blank was good, but the dancing was awful.
I'm not a Drake.
I mean, I think he's a good artist. He's a
Hey,
good
I have
artist.
to take your word for it.
Yeah, he's a good artist.
He's light skinned. I like him.
She said
Jokes.
he's light
Jokes.
skinned.
You just
Light skins rule all the way around.
See, he want to say something.
I do.
He want to say
I do.
something.
I'm gonna think
Light
it.
skins rule
I'm gonna think it.
all the
Oh
way
my gosh,
around.
He want
jokes.
to say something. Yeah, he can't take him.
was a joke.
Despite being considered the best NBA player in the league by many, LeBron James somehow has not taken home the NBA MVP award in 4 years. In fact, he recently learned on Friday that he won't be in the running to win this year either. Though he was considered to be in the running, the association revealed recently that there will only be 3 NBA MVP finalists this year, and LeBron isn't amongst those. Instead, they've chosen to go with Russell Westbrook, James Harden, and Kawhi Leonard, Kawhi, there you go, who will compete for the coveted award on June 26th during the inaugural NBA Awards. When asked
That's what
how
I
he
said, too.
felt about the decision, LeBron's response was simple. "What are you going to do about it at the end of the day?" He told reporters, "My only job is to be the MVP for this team every night, put my teammates, put our franchise in the position to be successful and ultimately compete for a championship. For me, I know what I bring to the table. This league knows what I bring to the table. That's for you guys to write about. It's not for me to be concerned about."
I mean, if you say where he's at in his career right now, I think he surpassed Jordan.
We are not gonna get into that because
What?
rings tell a story.
What?
Rings tell a story.
What do you mean rings tell the
How
story?
many does Jordan have?
6.
A lot.
How many does LeBron have?
Like,
One.
One or two? I don't know.
yeah,
I'm not a
I thought it was
basketball.
two.
Two? No,
Two.
three. Oh,
Three?
that's right. He got him down in Miami.
He got 2 in Miami, 1 in Cleveland.
One in Cleveland.
Yeah, so he's still
Wow.
he about halfway. But go ahead.
Well,
Nikki.
he's on the lead to 4.
He's on. Yeah, okay. You got to get by Golden State.
Get by who?
You got to get by Golden State.
I mean, I was shocked that Boston even pulled out a win last night because, dude, they were down almost 20 points at halftime.
That's why they play the game.
That is why they play the game. But I think that, who do you think is going to be in the playoffs? I mean, in the finals. I think
Team
think
light skin.
Cavaliers will be there.
Cavaliers.
who is
Team
he?
light
Say the
skin and
Cavaliers.
Cavaliers.
Oh, is
Yeah.
that Steven? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Curry.
Golden State, yeah.
Oh,
Team
okay.
light skin. You know them light skin brothers ball. Jeez.
So you think it's going to be Golden State and the Cavs?
I think so.
I think so. Last year, I made the prediction that it would go to Game 7, and everybody said, "Nope, Cavaliers is done. They're done. And it went to Game 7, and LeBron and his team brought home that trophy.
Yeah.
The dark skinned people.
Why you gotta hate?
I'm just saying.
Anywho, in movies this weekend, Alien Covenant came in at number 1 with 36 million. Guardians of the Galaxy came in at number 2 with 34 million. Everything came in with 11.7 million. Snatched came in at 7.8 million. And King Arthur Legend of the Sword came in at 7.1 million. Now you can go to my website, IamMissNikki.com, and check out my review of Alien Covenant. I saw it this past weekend. I gave it an 8.5. Fans that are familiar with the franchise will be pleased with this movie. If you're not familiar with the franchise and you didn't see Prometheus and all the other aliens, then you're pretty much going to be lost.
I cannot wait.
Everyone knows that Prometheus was a prequel to Aliens. Well, this one was a sequel after Prometheus.
I cannot wait for your review on Wonder Woman.
I will have a review on Wonder Woman. I will also definitely have a review on All Eyes on Me.
Dig it. Yes,
Ooh,
that's
yeah.
coming out.
Yes,
That's
yes.
gonna be a good
I will
one.
definitely have a review on All Eyes on Me.
Prediction on that real quick.
I'm tentatively giving it a 10 just because the actor is so much like Tupac.
Yeah.
And they got the guy that played Biggie Smalls from Notorious.
He's in there?
Is in there.
Oh.
Dope.
And the guy that played, if I'm not mistaken, that played Suge Knight in Straight Outta Compton.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's going to be a really, really dope movie. I initially said that I was going to be there with all of our people. But I'm seriously thinking that it is going to be more white people in there on opening night than it will be black people. And I say that simply because I saw Straight Outta Compton in the movie theater 3 times. And all 3 times, there were way more white people in the theater than black people.
Well, you should have been halfway home or something.
I was, but I was really shocked that there were a lot of older white people in Straight Outta Compton that you wouldn't expect that would even know who NWA was.
Well, they went to see it for Paul Giamatti.
Is that what they went to go see it
Yeah.
for? Oh, okay. Well, that puts a totally different spin on it. But then they may not be in All Eyes on Me.
Well,
Because I don't think there's a white main character in there. Still in Tupac's Money, is it?
I don't know. I just saw when I saw the little trailer on Facebook, I immediately got hyped. I was like, yeah, I started downloading all the Tupac songs and everything right then on there. Because one of my favorite songs is, damn, now I can't remember. My tongue is completely tied. I Get Around. So that's one of my favorite joints of all time. So I'm anxiously looking forward.
I just hope that, you know, if it is a theater full of our
Us.
people, it doesn't get rowdy and they act like they're in a concert. You know what I'm saying?
Negroes talk during the damn movie.
They do, and I hate
Oh
that.
yeah, dog. That's the
I-
that was dope, right?
And I hate that.
Phone
I hate
ringing.
that.
I got my flask and I got my little vape so I can sit right there. I ain't got to move or nothing.
Now I do hope that this will be one that you will actually go see in the theater. And,
I
and-
go
and
see
show
movies,
support.
and I do. What movie did I not go to the movie? If
I mean,
it's
you
got,
want to talk about your bootleg? I don't
I do have bootleg, but if it's got more than 2 black main characters, I always go.
Okay. So did you
Yeah.
see Straight Outta Compton in
Yes,
the movie theater?
I sure did.
Okay. I will say that when Ice Cube's son started singing Dope Man, I almost got up and said, "Oh, that's my shit right there. That's my shit." But I had to compose myself and realize we were in a movie theater.
Like, just look like him, mannerisms, whole nine.
Twin.
And that's what I'm thinking is going to be with this All Eyes on Me. It's going to be like looking at Tupac because he looks so much like, it was just like looking at Ice Cube in Straight Outta Compton. So I'm giving it a 10 for now. I hope it's not ill-written.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the big
I hope
thing.
the writing is good. I hope that the dialogue is good.
Right.
I hope that the acting is good because these boys that came out in Straight Outta Compton were pretty new to
All of
acting.
them. Yep.
And they did a great job. Did a fabulous job. A couple of them have even went on into doing things on TV. The one that played Dr. Dre's son is on the TV show 24 Legacy.
Yep.
The one that played
Ren.
not Rian, but the other one. The one that played Too Short.
Short. What movie was that?
What's his name? Easy E.
Yeah.
Oh,
He was in a movie that I recently saw on cable.
What? Kanu?
No. He was in the King Kong movie.
Oh, okay.
The King Kong Skull Island with Samuel. Him and the one that played Dre were both in that.
Dig it.
And they weren't like side characters. They were actually in the movie.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, Nikki, tell folks how to get in contact.
You guys can find me on Instagram, Snapchat, Periscope at LibraGirl1016. You can follow my blogs on DallasBlack.com. Check out my movie reviews on IamMissNikki.com, and you can follow me on Facebook, Nikki Jackson.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Nikki. Yay, Nikki.
Yay!
And ladies
Two
and gentlemen,
snaps for her.
before we go on our break, this is actually Nikki's last show. Next week we're off, and on the 5th she'll be shaking her moneymaker at Vegas. So,
hey. What happens in Vegas?
so this is her last show before we go on break.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I will miss you guys.
No, you won't.
I will. Well, actually, I'm only going to miss one show because we're off next Monday.
Right.
And then the show after that is the last show. So actually, I'll only miss one show.
Yeah, you taking off? Hell, I need to take off too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's no way I'm coming back from Vegas and then coming here.
Wow.
Shout out to Hangover.
Hungover, sleep, whatever you want to call it.
Hangover 4, right?
Nikki,
Hangover 4.
Yeah.
Have you now? Speaking of movies, have you seen the House of Cards series?
I have not.
Okay.
I heard it was good,
Yeah.
but I was watching the other house. I was watching House of Lies
House of Lies.
with Don Cheadle.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen that one.
Oh, awesome.
mean,
catch up
So
on
I was on that house.
No, this stuff is
not
on
House of
Netflix.
Cards.
It's like this one's a Netflix series. But it's
And
damn
House
good.
of Lies was on Showtime.
Oh, okay.
It was a Don Cheadle. It was on for about 5 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, at this portion of the show, we're actually going to move into our special guest. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been knowing her personally for a long time, and I am so proud and excited to see her develop into the woman she is. You know, like I said, CEO, founder, business, boss. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I would like to present to you of Saditty Hair and Extensions.
Get it right. Get it right.
Okay.
Kimberly
Yeah, look, give him a flyer.
LaSane.
He wasn't gonna read it right anyway.
Thank you so much. It is absolutely a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much.
That's how we're going to do it. We're going to do like, we're going to do the white. Oh,
But
thank you so much.
seriously though, no, it is. I mean, I really appreciate being here. Yeah,
Well-
I've tuned in to a lot of the shows, and y'all are really funny, especially that "This Is Why I'm Hot."
Yeah.
That whole segment you go into, but no,
Yes.
really, thank you so much
So,
for having me.
first off, how have you been?
I've been good. I'm really blessed. Seriously, I've been good.
And so, tell us all about Saditty Hair.
Okay. So, Saditty Hair Extensions is an extension line that I have been wanting to do for a while. I opened it up in Tyler, Texas. Shout out to the City of the Roses.
Shout out to our hometown.
Yes. So,
Except for Nikki.
I actually live in Houston, but like I said, I opened it up in Tyler just because I wanted to give back to my community. And in Tyler, just felt like they didn't have anything like it. It wasn't available. You either have to go to Dallas or Houston or go online. And I just felt like online is hit or miss. One time you may get some good bundles, and the next time you may not.
Shout out to bundles.
Okay, really, shout out to, I mean, it gives you life. It really does, you know, and I've heard a lot of people like, oh, and I think it's part of your confidence. If it's something that makes you feel good, I mean, why not? And really, it does. I mean, I've had a lot of women, they love the hair. It lasts a long time. It is affordable. Right now I'm only doing Brazilian. So I have Brazilian body wave, straight, and kinky curly, and I'm going into.
You got kinky curly?
Yes, I do, for the natural girls. Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know what kinky curly.
But I mean, what kinky curl is kind of what it says. It's more of a kinky curl texture. It really is. And so we have a lot of women who wear their hair natural as they come and get the bundles for a protective style. And so my store, basically, you can come in. We're open 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. My operations manager, Nathan, is the best. I couldn't do this without him. Shout out to Nathan, because I couldn't do this without him. He's extremely hands-on, and I say hands-on is touching the hair, letting the women, feel the hair. I want to be clear on that. But it's definitely, like I said, affordable, and you can go in, you can touch the hair, feel the hair, and smell the hair, so you know what you're getting.
How did you get into this?
Well, I like to say a weaveologist. I actually have hair underneath here, ladies and gentlemen. But I just, with the Houston weather and just the weather, I prefer
it's very
to wear.
humid down there.
It is. And so,
When I was down there.
yeah, you can get your hair done literally the same day, and the next day it doesn't look like you got your hair done. And so, like I said, it makes me feel good. I like it. I can cut it. I can color it and not damage my own hair. So it has a lot of versatility. But again, in Houston, it's just so, everybody is selling hair extensions, and not good hair extensions. Like, my really big thing is quality, customer service, and affordability. So I'm actually starting a new line. It's called She. Maybe you've seen it out there on social media. She coming soon, which is basically stands for Saditty Hair Extensions. But it is a more affordable line, affordable collection. But with that, you're going to still get great quality, and you're going to get that customer service. And that's what I hope keeps us in business in Tyler.
So you got two stores. You got one in Houston and one in Tyler, or just the
No,
one in
just
town?
the one store in Tyler.
So are you
Yeah.
looking to expand, branch out? What's the next step?
Yes, but as a businesswoman, I don't want to do anything too soon. I feel like if it's right, it all flows. And so that's something that I'm looking into. I'm always doing my research as well. So I'm definitely looking into that, but I want to own and take over the market where I'm at. And I will branch out in the area because it's just nothing but woods there. So I can go several different directions. But yes.
So, wait a minute, and what is your address where you're located?
Oh, thank you. Okay, so if you're in Tyler, it is 510 South Broadway. Tyler, Texas, 75702. If you're familiar with Broadway or Burtfield Park, it's going to be right between Front Street and I believe that is Houston Street.
Shout out to Burtfield Park.
Okay, we had a lot of good times there. Also, if you want to call, you can. The phone number is 903-747-8656. And you're also welcome to shop online. We also have a store online that you can shop at any times of the hour.
What's that website?
Oh, so the website is www.saditty.hair.com. So that's www.sadittyhair.com.
She said TTY.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to get, because I need somebody to get it right. I'm not going to say any names.
Right.
But I need somebody to get it right.
Miss Sadie.
That is. But I have had people say like Saditty, and I'm like, what is Saditty?
Why y'all to bring up old stuff?
That's them extra adjectives that them country folks put on it.
Yeah, I'm like Saditty.
So, graduate of John Tyler High School.
Yes.
After you left John Tyler, you went where?
I actually came to this area. I came to Denton. I am alumni of Texas Woman's University. Shout out to TWU and North Texas. Had a good time. When I did my 4.5 years. I got it. Okay.
You pretty good on time.
I got it. And I met my husband and moved to Houston. He was from Houston. And so 14 years married this August and 2 beautiful kids later. And I'm in Houston. Been there, almost 17 years.
So question, how hard is it to, because your business is in Tyler, you all the way down in Houston. How is that commute first off? And then how is it, I mean, are you able to be as hands-on as you want to be being down in Houston the majority of the time?
That's a good question. Yes. It is difficult. It's definitely more challenging than what I thought. But I have an excellent team. And like I said, my operations manager, I could not do this without him. And as I'm growing, I'm learning, just basically how to, I guess, be more organized and how to do more time management where I can lay out stuff to get things done in Houston so that when I do travel to Tyler, which is a 4-hour drive, I can actually get everything done. So when I'm already mapped out what I need to do. And so what we're gearing up for now is Juneteenth. I'm really excited because that's huge in Tyler. Yes, we will be in the parade.
I'll be down there. I don't know if I'll be in the parade.
Okay, well, you will see us.
You gonna be in the parade, James?
No, I'm be sitting in my mama's house.
Watching the parade
go by.
Yeah.
Where his mom's house is
the
right
parade go right down the street.
Right
Then
down.
there you go.
Yeah.
You got your mama house.
I'm gonna be sitting there with my ribs and don't show up unless you bring some, get some.
I'm gonna be with my in-laws. You already know.
Oh, well, cool.
I was thinking about trying to get us I was like, nah, I'm not finna do all of that.
Well, I mean, a family affair. So I think I'm really excited because I haven't been to a parade in forever.
Juneteenth is dope.
Yeah, it is. So I'm super excited to take my kids and just, let people know, because there's still people who don't know about Saditty hair. And I'm just like, how do you not know? So we'll definitely be passing out flyers. I think it goes with Wildwood Park, right?
Yeah.
So we'll Saditty hair.
Not start at Fun Forest.
Yeah.
So
is it hair that people come and buy, but they have to get somebody else to put it in, right?
Oh my gosh, yes, Miss Nikki. We are not a hair salon. We are not. We do not lay we don't lay the weed. We don't do any of that. Yes. But you know what? We do have a vendor list because that's big. People come in though all the time. They want to know, well, I'm buying it, but do you have someone? So we do have a vendor list. So any of you stylists in Tyler, the Tyler surrounding areas, if you want to, get on our vendor list, we will be more than happy. Now, I'm going to be honest. There are, I do research on them too because it's still, I feel like it.
Right. It's still
I'm referring them.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I tell them too. I mean, it is great hair, but you still have to know how to have it sewn in. Yeah.
So the next question is, well, if I'm on the vendor list, and I'm buying X amount of hair from you, what kind of hookup am I getting?
Oh my gosh, I almost hate that word hookup. I know
the feeling.
We talking
about
because that's what I tell people. I'm like, you don't go to Macy's or you don't go, and ask for a hookup. So,
Nope.
I mean, now I'm also, I feel better with the barter. Maybe you help me out here, I can help you out there. But I mean, it's like I don't get it for free. I mean, I have to purchase it as well. But for those individuals who are buying in bulk to the stylist, I will have a discounted rate for you because you are buying in bulk. So yeah, it is discounted if you're buying in bulk. But no, hookup is like
So if
you
it's
can't
a
hook
stylist,
everybody up.
They just need to contact you and talk about it, work it out, and see what they can do.
Oh yeah, I'm the first one. I mean, I try to honestly help anybody I can. So yes, I welcome all the stylists who, and even if this is something you want to do, I can, provide the hair for you and maybe help you, put it in your store. I mean, that's what it's about. I don't want to be the only one on, as they say.
I got a question for you. You being a woman in business.
Whole life. Since she came out the womb.
So, do you have issues with your peers, males, taking you seriously as a businesswoman? Because you have a nice shape, you're an attractive woman, but when you show up on the scene, instead of them saying, this is the person, and how to take you seriously.
You know what? They actually take me very serious, and that's. I'm human, you don't have to be so serious. So it's kind of a curse and a compliment, I guess. So, I tell people I'm human, but I am definitely about business. I'm definitely, very professional, and I'm serious and I'm passionate. So, but at the same time, I'm human. I like to laugh and do all those things too. I always say I'm just the boss next door, like the girl next door. I'm the boss next door. I mean, I wear jeans, but when it's time, I also come.
Oh yeah, she is bossy because we gonna be on Facebook. I am and text, and I have to say, hold on, Kim, hold on, man. This is but hold on, okay. This is not. This is okay. And she'd be like,
I don't work for you, Kim.
Yes, but I do enjoy delegating tasks out.
She was like,
I think that's a part of a boss.
I said, wait a minute, hold on. We just bring you in for an interview. I'm like, I was seeing that, but no, I'm saying it in all teasing them. But I like the fact that you found your niche. So my next question is, what would you tell future entrepreneurs? Male, female, whatever. I mean, what would you tell them as far as encouragement, how they maybe have to get started, or anything of that fashion?
You know what? We just had an event, Work Like a Boss, How to Turn Your Passion to Your Paycheck, at Saditty here. And what I was telling them there for the entrepreneurs was research, get a mentor. If this is something you want to do, the sky's the limit. Just do your due diligence, research, get a business plan. And I always say, don't copy somebody, but at the same time, don't reinvent the wheel. But if it's something you want to do your research and stick with it. You have some people who want to do 10 things. You have to complete one first. So one at a time. But definitely research is key, and get a mentor. Talk to someone who, if they're doing it, so they can tell you the do's and the don'ts.
You got something for me?
I'm good.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna mess with her now.
Oh, great. I'm ready.
She was in the parking lot, and shout out to Uncle Milton sitting over here in the background.
Uncle Milton in the building.
And shout out to Miss Betty. Hey, Miss Betty, I know you watching.
Wow.
So, the whole thing is that she was all nervous and stuff and everything. Oh,
Not really.
Oh, my eyes watering and all of
it. It is. It's like the pollen or something here. Seriously. So my eyes do not water like this in Houston.
3 things that people don't know about you.
Okay. I had a softball scholarship in high school.
Dig it.
Okay. I secretly like country music. Yeah, what's wrong with country music? It's out there now. And let's see. I really want to learn karate.
Lord.
Everybody was kung fu. Okay, you said 3
show
things.
Enough.
No, not show enough. No, not show enough.
Tell the people the website again.
Okay. Again, it's Saditty Hair, www.sadittyhair.com. Also like us on Facebook, and Instagram is, let me do it slow. It is Saditty, SADITTY _hair _Tyler. check us out. It's some good stuff. You won't be disappointed.
She said TTY.
Yeah. Address one more time for where they can come see you at in Tyler.
Okay, again, it's 510 South Broadway, Tyler, Texas, right by the Heritage Building, but off of Broadway between Front Street and Houston. So again, it's 510 South Broadway, not South Tyler, because we have a lot of people come back down toward downtown Tyler, and you'll be able to. You can't miss us.
The only thing I hate is that I was reading on the net today that you have to boil your water in Tyler, and especially North Tyler.
I hadn't heard that.
Yeah. So I don't know what's
quiet as kept.
Yeah. No, I saw it on Facebook, and I called down there and
boil it to drink.
Boil it to drink. Boil it for any type of human consumption. Boil it to bathe. All of that stuff.
Wow.
Wait a minute. I'm saying all the water in Tyler is supplied from the same source. Why you got to boil it in the north? And you got to boil it in the south.
The north side is primarily black.
I hadn't heard that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna post something on the Benét Embry Show website and also on my personal page and in the group. So if you are, because they have the streets and everything.
My mom and them drank the alkaline water anyway, bottled water anyway.
Yeah, but still, man, it's something that's fishy. Like you said, it all comes from one place, but it all comes from the same lake. Everybody know what it is.
Three water sources, actually.
Oh, well, I don't know. I just know about Lake Palestine. That's pretty much it for me.
Wow.
Lake Tyler supplies water, too.
Oh, well.
It's a water source for Tyler.
I guess so. Hey, Nikki.
Hey, Benet.
What's up, Nikki?
Oh,
you feeling better now?
Don't start with me.
Look, I'm not starting nothing. I'm just trying to, be a good Christian.
By doing what?
Making sure you're okay. I say, hey.
Wow.
Why, man, don't get us
Come on, let's
started.
pray about it.
No, boy, don't pray.
Did you see that eye though?
Nigga was like,
ladies and gentlemen.
That
looked like the Rock. She gave him a rock look.
That eye.
Real quick, should people who are married, who are having trouble in their marriage, stay married because of the kids? We got about a minute, and we're gonna jump back into this. And we're gonna jump back more. Should they stay married? The reason why I'm asking this question because 86% of all marriages today are considered blended families, which is cool and fine, and everything is okay. But there is a detrimental side to that because in the African American community, we've gotten away from three cornerstones of our community. We've got away from community, we've gotten away from family, and we've got away from spirituality. So, family being the main one. When you have, Mark's ready? Ladies and gentlemen, we got to, we'll get back to it.
If he can remember it.
I know, I remember. All right, so that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our sports segment. Calling all the way in from Cowboy Land.
Cowboy Land is here. He's in the armpit.
He's in the armpit. Well, let's say
the hellhole.
He's behind enemy lines.
The foreskin territory.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's where he's at.
This is Cowboy Land right here.
Wait, well, okay, I'm sorry. He's behind enemy lines, ladies and gentlemen. He's reporting live to us. He knows everything about the Dallas Cowboys. He has called out the past three number one picks. He picked out Dak Prescott when he was still at Mississippi Valley State, and he is the extreme extraordinaire. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Holmes. This is the Jobu Sports Report.
Hey, how are we doing tonight, Benet?
Hey, what's happening, man? What you got good for us, homie? I'm almost ready for this basketball season crap to be over. I'm so ready for football.
Basketball? You actually talking about basketball?
I know, man.
On, man.
I know, man.
They are playing some finals right now.
All the time, man. See, I realize that I'm an addict.
Yeah.
I am a football addict, and I've got about 9,000 friends of mine who are all football addicts. We could care less about baseball. We could care less about hockey. We could care less about baseball or basketball. Give us the Dallas Cowboys 24/7.
Dig that. So that being said, hey, what's your YouTube channel so people can go and subscribe to get all the latest and up-to-date Cowboy coverage that you provide?
It's really simple. Any place you want to find me at Jobu, Cowboy Jobu. The website is cowboyjobu.com. YouTube channel is Cowboy Jobu or Mark Holmes. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, it's all Cowboy Jobu, and that's how you can get in touch with me. Now, here's what's interesting is the good old Eagles can't stop running their mouths.
About what?
Their head coach, Doug Peterson said today that Dak Prescott didn't have to do much for the Cowboys to win. All he basically had to do was show up. Because they had a great offensive line, veteran receivers, and a good defense. So Dak just had to be there.
Oh,
and my argument on that was, did you watch the 2015 season?
Apparently not.
When we had basically the same team, and we had Matt Castle, who was a veteran quarterback, who went to a playoff game, who was a Pro Bowl player at one point, and Brandon Wheaton, who was also a veteran, and somehow those guys went 1-11. So I'm still trying to understand why people think that Dak Prescott is a nobody. Do you understand why that is? I'm still trying to figure that one out.
I don't understand why that is, but I will say I'm hesitant because I just don't want him to hit that sophomore, what they call it, the sophomore slump. And, now they have film on him. Last year, they didn't have a lot of film on him and Zeke and all of that stuff. So I'm anxious to see how they rise to the challenge this time.
Well, here's the thing on that. When they say that, there's film on him, but guess what? They really didn't open up the playbook that much for him because he was a rookie. So, yeah, they may have film on what they did last year, but now you've got Dak and Dez working out, something that didn't happen last year.
True.
Okay? So they're going to be able to do a lot more things this year that they didn't last year. And if you look at the way Dak and Dez progressed, because the first half of the season, Dez did not do a whole lot.
He did not.
But Dez was averaging over 17 yards a catch the last 8 games of the season. Let me say again, 17 yards a catch over the last 8 games, where he had 7 touchdowns. And that doesn't even count the 2 touchdowns he had in Green Bay. So watch for that dynamic to become unstoppable. And if they can stretch the field with Dez, and you've got Zeke, where you're going to have to put 8 men on the box, you're going to see those touchdowns well over 30 for Dak next year. You watch and mark my words on that one.
Well, you haven't been wrong yet, so I'm not even going to attempt to try to argue with you. Oh, there's a rumor circulating down here that Zeke may be a tad bit overweight.
Oh.
I hadn't heard that one, but he to me, it looked like he was still in pretty good shape when he was up on stage last night with DJ Tony Romo in the mix.
Wow.
DJ Tony Romo?
Oh, you didn't see the clip of Tony Romo at a charity event where he was the DJ?
No, I did not.
And they were playing OPP, and Dak was up there.
Oh, wow.
Zeke was up there. And I'm sitting here thinking that, damn, that song's about 4 years older than you are.
Exactly.
Right?
For real.
So have we addressed the backup quarterback situation yet?
I told you about that, man. We already have a backup quarterback, and his name's Tony Romo.
He's not a backup quarterback, though. He's retired.
Oh, no, he's not retired.
No, he
Tony
just said
Romo
he wasn't
hasn't
playing
signed
this season.
anything retirement paper-wise.
Well,
In fact, in his contract with CBS, he can leave them and go back to football. So in my mind, Jerry Jones has basically said, Tony, hey, look, Tony, why don't you go ahead and take that deal with CBS? And if I need you, if that goes down, son, you're going to be right back here and you're going to get that ring. Right now, I need that cash, buddy. Come on. You know you want to be out there. Go ahead and work with me, son.
Oh, I got a question for you, Mark. How much
What's that?
How much do you think Jason Witten has left in the tank?
How much do I think he has left? I still think he's got a good year. So, although he did get burned by the youngsters yesterday.
Oh, he did?
You didn't see that?
No, sir, I did not.
Oh, yeah. He was actually covering his son at his training camp for kids, and he got beat.
Well, he's a tight end. He's not a cornerback. So.
No, I think actually Jason Witten has never been a guy who's relied on speed for his game. Jason Witten has been slow forever, but he just runs perfect routes and knows where to sit down in the coverage and get open. And he's got great hands.
He's consistent.
Very much so.
Yeah, I think he's a Hall of Famer, first ballot Hall of Famer. All he needs is that Super Bowl ring to push him right over the top.
And that's what I'm hoping he gets this year.
All right, Mark, anything else you got for us, homie?
No, that's about it. Tomorrow, the OTAs start up again, so they'll be back on the field working. Fortunately, last week, there were no injuries, and so far, things are quiet, and I like things quiet in
Exactly.
Dallas.
Now, when are you going out to training camp?
I'm looking at hopefully going out around the 10th, so that way I can catch some practicing with the Rams and go to the game in L.A., because they'll be playing the Rams on the 12th, but we're still working on that right now.
Okay.
All right. And that's July or?
June.
That's June?
It's July.
I was going to say the
I'm
June
sorry,
is too early.
I'm sorry, August.
Yeah, August,
they end up
that's what I'm
going
saying,
to
yeah.
a training camp the 24th of July, but I'm looking at the 12th is when the game against the Rams are in August.
All right.
Okay.
Once again, tell folks how to contact you.
Just look Cowboy Joe Boo, and you can find my website, cowboyjoeboo.com, and Twitter, Facebook, and everything else. Just Cowboy Joe Boo is all you
And
need
buy
to know.
those shot glasses.
Oh, yeah, they're flying off the shelves, and they actually get delivered to me tomorrow, and they are going right out the door.
Mark, we sure appreciate you, my man.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
Bye,
right.
Mark.
All right, have a good night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our second break. Remember, you are tuned in live to the Benét Embry Show.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're listening and watching the Benét Embry Show.
Tonight, she rolling with me for life. My girl is the best, oh. But these girls gotta take note. They ain't coming tonight. It's just me and my shawty, me and my shawty. All these brothers be on it, but got nothing on me. Yeah. I'm on your case tonight. I wanna see your face tonight. Only you alive. You wanna be my girl for life. We be feeling so high, oh you feeling so right. And I know that you love when I sing you my song. Ta-da, 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 ta-da. Oh, when I sing you my song. Ta-da, 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 ta-da. Oh, when I sing you my song. I sing you my song, couple more shots, you know it's on me. Everywhere we go, you know they want me. Everywhere I go, you know they want me. That it's all for you. I just wanna dance with somebody, and I'll drop them all for you. Imagine you all over my body. I'm on your case tonight. I wanna see your face tonight. Only you alive. You wanna be my girl for life. We be feeling so high. But you feeling so right, and I know that you love me. When I sing you my song, ta-da, 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 ta-da. Oh, when I sing you my song, ta-da, 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 ta-da. Oh, when I sing you my song.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. You're tuned in live to the Benét Embry Show. As we were talking about earlier, the African American community has gotten away from three things that actually made us community and made us close. One being family, spirituality, and community. again, 86% of all families nowadays are blended, which is totally fine. But marriage is hard enough without outside influences, because the way I want my house raised may be different from what the child's actual father raised, and vice versa with the woman. So I hear people say all the time, marriage is not the key. Kids are not the reason to stay in a marriage. But kind of isn't it? Because once you have a child, don't you give up a lot of yourself for that child?
But that has nothing to do with staying in a marriage that's not working.
Yeah, I disagree.
That has absolute giving up yourself and what you need to give up of you in order to take care of your kid has nothing to do with staying in a marriage that's not working.
Well, you can say that, but what do you consider now? If there's physical violence, of course, but I hate to see people when they get divorced for irreconcilable differences or something like that.
I mean, but that's a real thing, though. That's not just words that are made up to put on paper. That's a real thing. Just because you got married doesn't mean you're guaranteed to stay married. And sometimes people just cannot get it together. And for you to say, well, we have kids together, so we're going to stay together. Okay, but she's doing her own thing and he's doing his own thing. And what, we just staying married so the kids can see that we're still married, but daddy is cheating and mama is cheating?
But how many stories do you hear about stepmoms or stepfathers messing with a child or not treating the child the same because they are the quote-unquote
How many times do you hear about real fathers messing with the child?
Not as much as you hear about stepfathers.
That's not true.
That is totally true.
That is not true. So you saying a kid in a home with the father is not a stepfather molests a kid more than the father molests a kid?
Yes.
Why?
I will say that. I will say, and I'm a stepfather now and has been a stepfather in the past. I'm saying that. I'm trying to figure out the right way to put this because I know this is going to piss some people off.
You always do.
Yeah. Go ahead. You're pretty good at that.
My first marriage, I raised 3 children. I love them. My son's name is Jeremy Benet Embry. My biological son's name is Jeremiah Benet Embry. He still comes over. He's still everything. He's still there with me. Even me and his mom have been divorced for years. But when it all boils down to, if something happens to me, I'm going to leave the family land, the bank accounts and all of that to my son. And that's taking nothing away from my biological son. I mean, taking nothing away from my stepson, so to speak. So I guess the point that I'm getting at is that until we learn how to love each other and bring our families back like this, because no man on the face of this planet is going to love my son, my biological son, more than me. If me and his mama split up, he may have a cool, super dope stepdad that would do all the things or whatever the situation is, but nobody's going to love him as much as me. And for that purpose, I would try a little bit harder. Matter of fact, I would try a lot harder to make sure that me and his mom stay together so I can be there every day because I know how I want him raised.
But what if mom's not trying?
Well, if mom's not trying,
there's 2 sides to everything.
Yeah.
You're speaking on your behalf.
But what
if mom's not trying? What if mom doesn't want to try? And what if mom is not receptive of you trying? Then what? You just still gonna keep
Nikki,
trying?
Can you stay out of my business? Can you stay out of my business? Because I know what you're talking about.
Right.
I mean, what I'm saying, Benet is speaking from his point of view, but again, all marriages are not meant to last forever. And if both of them have to be trying, and if only one is trying because he knows how he wants his son to be raised and to be loved a certain way, that's great. But if mom is not trying, and if mom doesn't want to do it, then what? You still gonna keep trying?
See?
So I have these statistics up here for I believe the National Child and Abuse Neglect Data System.
Oh wow!
And it says here that biological fathers are much more likely to abuse children in general than stepfathers.
Really?
But
Oh wow!
but stepfathers seem to be more likely to sexually abuse children than biological fathers.
ladies and gentlemen, that is Zig. We forgot to introduce him at the beginning of the show. He's the one that makes us look good, sound good.
Appreciate you, Zig.
Thank you, Zig, our statistician.
Translation for the people that's a little slow. What that means is that the biological daddy will whoop your ass. The stepdaddy will screw you in the ass.
Oh, that hurt. Oh, that
Translation.
That was
that's what it is.
translation.
Okay.
That's the soundbite for tomorrow's show.
That was translation.
that
That
hurt.
was translation.
That's what it is.
So I
I might
mean,
not agree with it, but hey.
But James, what do you think?
Exactly.
Do you think that a marriage should stay intact for the simple fact of to have kids?
Been there, done that. No,
Wow.
I mean you should.
We're not putting your business out there, but it was your ex-wife that stopped trying.
No, the only thing I regret was if I have a regret, my regret is not leaving sooner.
Wow.
That's my regret. My regret, and I don't think it detrimentally affected my children, like to a point where they're like screwed up. But I mean, for me, I felt like, listen, time is something we can't get back, and I feel like I probably knew in like year 2 or 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Really?
And it was like,
and this is your high school sweetheart that you dated for years.
Yeah, I probably knew in year 2 or 3 it was like, this ain't right. And you saying, well, hopefully it'll get better. You consume yourself with work, career, and everything else. And looking back on it in retrospect now, I should have cut my losses.
Absolutely.
So was it because y'all were arguing in front of the kids? Or?
No, it wasn't even arguing in front of the kids. It's just when you're in a relationship with somebody that doesn't want to be in a relationship with you, like Nikki is saying, I don't give a damn what you do. And like I say, when a woman's fed up.
Exactly.
Wow.
And when a man is determined, hey, listen, I'm going to do this. And all you do, I feel like when you stay in a situation like that, with a person that doesn't want to be in that relationship, you allow yourself to be abused.
Wow.
What do you
I
think?
mean, and that's
Mentally.
even on the flip side, because it's not just men that try and women don't want to.
Right.
Women can try, and if the man is just like, you know what, I am done. I've tried to make this work with you 2 years ago, and now you want it to work. I'm done. I'm fed up, and now she's trying to do everything she can to keep him, but he's not there. And we all know you can't keep anyone that doesn't want to be kept. So you can't try if the other person's not trying.
So Kim, you've been married for how long?
Yeah, this August will be 14 years.
14 years.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there have been maybe some, not getting in your business, maybe some rough patches here or there. What do you think about the topic? Because you got two
boys.
2 boys.
Yes. I definitely would not stay in a marriage for my children, because children know when you're happy, sad, mad. They really do. They feel, at least my children do. So I wouldn't want to pretend that I was in a relationship where I was unhappy. I wouldn't be able to be a good mommy for them. I'd probably be a grumpy mommy. Nobody deserves that. But I do believe, though, if there are problems that you yourself would want to try to make it work.
So
to be better for the children.
So is it what Nikki said, every marriage does not stay together, or do people put as much value on marriage, the concept of it, than they did in the past? Because African Americans are the most divorced people on the face of the planet. You have Indians who are the lowest. You have Chinese who are right by them, and then it goes on us. But so that's why I'm saying this affects our community, because if we so easy to give up.
Yeah.
Because you hear stories. Hey man, I was like this. My mom and dad split up, and I was in this format. I was in this. I was that, or whatever the situation is. So for us to be 86% blended families, again, which is nothing wrong with that, and then we have the highest divorce rate of all the ethnicities on the face of the planet. It's kind of saying something. So until we get back to family, then our community will never be strong.
Okay, now you said when we get back to family. Well, hell, if your grandma was a single parent and your mama was a single parent, who the hell you gonna learn it from?
No, that's not. You have to want it. You can't. That's like, okay, if your dad was an alcoholic, are you gonna be an alcoholic?
Statistics say
no. You have
that
to
want that you have a tendency to lean that way.
But you have to make a conscious effort. I do not want to be like my father. And honestly, that's just like they say women marry men who are like their father. I married the opposite, because I knew that's not what I wanted. Yeah. I didn't grow up with my father, but I do know that I want my kids to grow up with him. But if he starts acting like my dad, then we will have a problem, which I don't see that. But so I think you have to make a conscious effort, if that is hereditary in your gene line, to want to be different.
But you're talking from the perspective of somebody who's standing back and looking at it objectively and saying, hey, you know what? I do want better for my children, but when you're dealing with some people that they don't have a damn thing, and nobody they know have a damn thing, and you have a cycle of poverty, you have a cycle of broken homes, they don't know where to begin.
Somebody has to break it. That's like you have first-time college people. Somebody got to break it.
You know my story. My parents split up. I was raised with my grandmother. Daddy drank. Mama is in jail, is incarcerated now because of her drug addiction. Now, I drink, yes. But as far as anything dealing with, I broke that. You know, my brothers, they don't consider weed a drug, but according to the law, it is. But, I don't do that because I don't want my son or my kids or my daughter, my daughters or my kids or my son to see me high.
But how does that translate into a healthy, productive family unit? What you just said that you do. How does that translate into a healthy, productive unit? Because
I'm setting the example. I want my son to learn how to be a man from me, not from what somebody else has put out there or what he sees on TV. Yeah. We have a lot of men that's not in the home that learn how to be men from BET or what video they see or. They know every rap song on the face of the planet, but they don't, know anything else about that. They don't know how to change a tire or mow a yard or change a lot of other things like that.
I think you're making my point that what I'm saying is some things that have to be taught. If you didn't learn it growing up, you're never too old to learn. I agree, and it's never too late. But at some point, it's some fundamental things that you have to learn and you have to know. And black men or black people in general, I know because I am one of those.
You both of those, ain't you?
To hell with you. I'm a little bit darker than you, Ziggy. Some people, man, you have to admit that, hey, man, listen, I don't have all the answers. I don't know everything. And that's the reason why a lot of black people run around with psychological problems that are undiagnosed. They have schizophrenia.
Is it psychological problem or they don't know what a traditional family is? Again, you and maybe one other person that I know that I've been knowing for a long time have been raised with their mother and their father in the same household.
But everything that we know about a traditional family that you were talking about from, father knows best from the 60s and 70s, that doesn't exist anymore.
Why not? Shouldn't it exist?
No, a traditional family now, according to our government, is, same-sex marriage. Ooh. That could, if you look at the context of it, that could be considered a traditional family where it's a two-parent household. Now, I didn't say that the two parents were the same sex, but if you look at it now, people say, well, that's a family. You have a family unit. May not be ideal, may not be what you think it is, but
it's a two-parent household.
It's a two-parent household where you see two people that love each other, that care for each other, but I don't agree with it. I ain't against what nobody do, but I don't agree with it because I think that, marriage is between a man and a woman. And I'll stand behind that, send the hate mail, whatever you want to say. You're not going to change my mind. I'm not going to back up. I'm not going to apologize for it. You do what you do. I believe what I believe. That's why we live in America.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Let's switch topics a little bit, man, because, my boy's finna get...
I ain't even getting crunk.
We got 5 minutes for the soapbox.
Hot over
on that. So next topic we kind of want to get into is, let's go into of age, the transition of raising to coaching your grown child. This was a very difficult transition for me. I was so used to my baby girl being a baby girl, and then she just had to sit me down. Daddy, I'm a woman now.
Ooh.
And, she did it in a respectful way because I would still have that mentality, that mindset of her running around in pigtails with a pull-up on, whatever the situation is. So, James, you've went through it. You and Nikki. So, Nikki, you have a son. How did you go from, little Tim to Tim, the man?
So they can't walk around in his boxes.
Yeah. So how did you go through that transition? What advice would you give?
That transition didn't happen for me until my son joined the Navy.
Really?
Because before he joined the Navy, he was going to college, and of course he lived at home. So he was still under my roof. He still depended on me to do a lot of things for him. He still depended on Mom to take care of a lot of things. So once he went off to the Navy, he had to take care of everything by himself. He had to pay his own bills. He had to rely on his own self to get him up, go to work, maintain. He was a man.
Right.
So it was easy, but it wasn't easy because I didn't have to coax out of the house.
Oh, you didn't have to.
He went from college to the Navy, and the Navy transitioned him into a young man because I knew the kid that went off to join the Navy. When I went 2 months later and saw the kid that was graduating from boot camp, he was almost like a completely different person. He was, but he wasn't. He was much, much, much more mature in those 2 months that he was gone. And so they transitioned him from that young boy that, sagged a little bit with his clothes, hung out with his friends and liked going out to clubs and this and that, to this young man that now had a responsibility to his country and now had a responsibility to himself as a young man. So
even now, because we've all said, Mama, Dad, I need some help. But you're not, you mama. You always forever gonna be mama, but you're not mama. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So how do you go from, like I said, instead of you doing it yourself or whatever, what advice do you give him or suggestions? What, because now you're in the coaching phase. Mm-hmm. Me and James have this conversation all the time. So what about the coaching phase?
Whenever he calls me and he needs advice about something, I remember after he had been in the Navy for a few months and he got a car. This was the first car he had gotten for himself. So he called me and pretty much I talked him through everything that was going to go on in the dealership. Mm-hmm. I told him not to put any money down. I told him, you don't have to do this. You don't have to do that. I coaxed him into that. So there were things he would still call me and ask me about. He would call me and ask me about ways on decorating his apartment when he moved off base and got his own place. He would call and ask me about, should I get this insurance for the car and this and that, and just little bitty things. And even now today, when I call him, I still ask him, everything good? You need anything? No problems, no troubles, you good? I mean, because we as parents, we always want everything to be A-okay with
Absolutely.
Our kids. We never want them to go through anything. We don't want them to have to struggle. We don't want them to go through anything bad, have any type of a crisis, have anything that's going to hurt them. So I'm pretty sure he goes through his things. He's got a girlfriend. He's got a 5-month-old baby. Wow. I'm pretty sure they have issues at some point. Everybody's not always happy. But I still ask him, is everything okay? You need anything? He's like, no, Mom, good. You need anything? So he's more concerned about me. But as a mama, I'm going to always want to make sure that he's okay. And he knows that if he needs me for anything, my son knows that if it's between me and his dad, he knows that if he calls Mama and tells Mama, I need you to be out here tomorrow, he know Mama's going to be out there tomorrow. Right. Daddy may say, well, I got to wait till this weekend. But Mama, he knows that Mama is going to be there for him no matter what. If you tell me I need to be out there in the morning because baby girl is having surgery, Mama will be out there in the morning. So that's just me. He knows I always has his back.
Well, maybe it's a different approach because I had to let my daughter bump her head. When she got a softball scholarship, she had everything situated, laid out. I went and met with the coaches, talked to the coach, drove all the way to El Paso so she could meet with him. So all she had to do was sign her name on the dollar. 3 days before she left, called her, trying to get everything situated. Couldn't get nobody on the phone. So I called 3 or 4 times. Then after that particular point, her mom calls. Well, she wants to try this and try this. And I said, wait a minute, you have something paid for, but I have to, then I said, you know what? It's her choice. So now I had to just step totally back. So now that she's bumped her head because now she has to work and, you balling when you making $8.50 an hour when you don't have to pay no bills. Mm-hmm. But now that you have to pay bills, see, because car insurance and car notes and, you got to pay, water and rent, all of that stuff. See, that eats away at a lot of stuff. So when she calls me now, instead of said, Dad's on the way, I kindly remind her, well, Daddy kind of told you that this ain't the route you want to take. But since you did, if I was you, this is what I would do. Because, she was like, well, Dad, hey, your mama got $1,500 a month for 18 years. Yeah. So if whatever the situation, daddy can coach you and help you and give you advice on everything. But I got a 4-month-old baby.
You didn't go Orange Juice Jones on that.
I sure did. So
now,
I mean,
all I can do is give you some advice.
Wow.
right? Then you do but then you have to go that route with your son to a certain extent.
Listen, shout out to Elijah. Today is his birthday.
Oh,
Shout out to what is it? 19.
19, about an hour ago. 19 years ago. That big wobbly head came out of that hole.
Wow, really?
Ooh, yeah, that boy
wow.
got a bigger head. Ooh, God almighty.
Kim looked just like it.
Really?
Yeah, just like it.
No, he got longer hair. I had longer hair until I went to the barber. It's a long story. I'll tell you
Yeah,
about it.
later.
But now, with him, it's like, my son, he doesn't listen. It's like,
Exactly.
if you try to tell him something, and it's kind of like, I ask him all the time, I said, man, do you value my opinion? Do you think I will say something that will tell you something that will hurt you? And he's like, no, I don't think that. And I said, whenever you need something, when the rubber meets the road, I'm always there. I pull you out. I step up. I do what I'm supposed to do.
But as a last resort.
Right. But then I
Not
say
as the first option.
when I say something to you, and I'm not talking to you in riddles like my dad talked to me, because my dad used to say some things, and I was like,
That dog gonna hunt that rock on the road.
what does that mean?
Yeah.
Like what you know what a hard head makes a soft ass,
Hard head
Right.
That kind of
and make it
stuff.
soft behind.
Yeah, all that growing up. But I tell my son, say, man, dude, you might not want to do that. Well, why? And then I'll tell him why, and he'll say,
Right around
oh, okay. And it's like, yeah, I know you just told me it's a pit bull right around the corner, but I don't believe you. I gotta go there and get
See
bit.
for myself. James, I hate to cut you off, but we got to get into your segment. Zed, kick me with that music, please, sir.
Oh, I gotta hear that music.
Oh.
Here, this is his theme music.
Oh, we all listening to it.
He has to hear it before he does his segment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you hear the theme music, so you know what time it is. It is time for our political segment on the Benét Embry Show. It is time for James Kane to get on his soapbox.
I'm gonna be real brief tonight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you gonna tell
Very,
folks
very
how much of their food stamps they about to lose?
No. All I'm gonna say to folks is that y'all went out and voted for that.
Not
In
everybody.
the words of Bernie Mac, that some on the bitch.
Not everybody.
Y'all voted for him. So when you get what you want, when you get what you asked for, that's what it is. Look, man, we actually getting a break this week. Everybody else in the world is getting to see up close and personal how stupid this dude is. But I will say this, is that he's actually learning how to read a teleprompter.
Yeah, I saw. I haven't reviewed his speech, but I heard his speech was good.
He's given some of his better speeches since he's been overseas, actually, where he's staying on cue and on message. But it's still not stopping this investigation that's going on here.
Yeah, but I hate to interrupt, Doc, but he's saying all of this stuff. But if they look over here, they know he don't mean it. He campaigned on not taking anything away from Medicaid. Then he turned around and his tax budget that comes out next week is taking $800 million away. Now, who does that affect? Middle, lower income, the same people that put him in office. So now, where's that money supposed to go?
Well, check this out. Now, he basically, didn't he come up with a ban to keep Muslims out?
Yes, sir.
And so,
No, it was a travel ban, James. It wasn't a Muslim ban.
Oh, my bad.
Get it together.
I'm sorry. I'm mincing words.
Get it together, James.
So
Get it together.
He had a travel ban to keep people from Muslim countries out. And he's over there in a Muslim country with his wife, fresh off the plane, not following the customs and courtesies. We know about this. We were in the military.
Right.
Everybody gets a briefing before you leave to go into any other theater. They tell you about all the known threats, all the things that you should avoid, things that you shouldn't do, places that you shouldn't go because intelligence has said this. So they got that briefing, and then you step off the plane and say, hey, man, listen, I don't give a damn about what y'all think. I'm not wearing no scar.
No.
I'm not wearing Habib or nut. I ain't wearing none of that. I'm just going to let my...
Hang.
I'm just going to let it hang.
You see he did bow. Now, he criticized Obama when Obama bowed.
Right.
So, but when he bowed, it was, I'm showing respect.
But when you go to other countries, it's like, I tried to explain this to somebody that wasn't in the military. It's like in some countries, if I reach out my right hand to you for you to shake my
You'll
hand,
get that shit cut
that's
off.
offensive.
It sure will.
Because this is the hand, the right hand is the hand that they wipe their ass with.
But they scoop
Oh,
their poop.
wow.
Oh, yeah.
And so
I didn't know that.
if you reach out that right hand in some countries, it's
I was
very,
over
very
in Saudi
offensive.
Arabia. Yeah, I was over there in Saudi
In
Arabia.
other countries, it's offensive for you to wear neckties. And, you know, it's how you dress. Then the other thing about women being covered or women being out in public without men. I mean, y'all may not agree with that, but in other parts of the world, that's how they do it. And you ain't trying to rock the boat when you go over there and get your damn self killed. So you just say, hey, look, I'll follow behind you. Until we get back home.
3 steps or something like that. But I'm sorry, dog. I hate to throw you off.
It's cool. But yeah, so we've kind of gotten a reprieve this week where he's been going overseas and he's been talking over there. So everybody else he's on the world stage and they're getting to see, you know, really what's going on. But while he's been over there, he does Jeff Sessions. They have some other stuff working, man. They're really trying to roll back the Loretta Lynch and Eric Holder had some policies that were in place in the Justice Department when they were there. And one of the policies that they had in place, when you start talking about this mandatory minimum sentencing, they actually rolling that stuff back to where, and one of the guys I was listening to this morning, he gave the example. Me and you, Kim, we're rolling in the car. I call you and say, hey man, listen, I need you to ride down to Houston with me. And you say, all right, cool. And you get in the car with me, and I got dope in the trunk, and you don't know nothing about it. And we get pulled over.
Y'all both
I'm going to jail with you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But should you get 20 years in jail just like me?
No, I shouldn't, but how do they prove that I didn't know?
Right.
I mean, it's messed up.
Okay,
but
now they gonna come back, they gonna do some things. Did you get any money? They gonna go back and they gonna pull all your financial records. Did you get you had any big deposits made?
Is this the law that they're repealing? Because I thought whoever owned the car, that's who was responsible for whatever illegal.
That person is responsible, but if you're in there and you start talking about mandatory minimum sentence,
so it's
that
the
means
same
you
thing.
get 20 years, and they're basically saying whatever the maximum amount of time that we can give, we're going for the max on some of this stuff, and it's all in this crackdown and talking about law and order, and they're saying that the only exceptions that can be made have to be run through the Attorney General, which is Jeff Sessions, which is the person who's pushing all of this, so that we can go back to filling up these prisons and supporting this prison industrial complex.
Right. I didn't even know until you told me that, 80% of prisons are privately owned?
Yeah. The vast majority of prisons are, I mean, the states even contract out. And then when they contract it out, they say, hey, listen, we'll guarantee that we'll keep this prison at like a 85, 90% capacity. So
shout out to Smith County.
So how can you lose
Wow.
if somebody say, hey, man, listen, Kim, 85 to 90% of the business that you need, I'm going to guarantee you that you get it. Why wouldn't you go open up shop with them?
Yeah,
and then the government is going to pay both of y'all for it.
That's a win-win then.
So, yeah. So, I mean, and there's some other things going on, but look, the investigation into number 45 is ongoing.
How much of that, because not only do I look at all the news, I look at Fox, I look at MSNBC, all of that stuff, but I think it's a lot of people that don't understand. Some people say, oh, this is a witch hunt. Oh, this is this. Oh, this is that. I said, well, there's smoke. There's got to be something going on. You don't want to release your tax statements. You fired a cat that's investigating you to hire somebody else to investigate you. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a lot of things. How much of this is a witch hunt and how much of this is real?
It depends on whether or not you subscribe to the red or to the blue. If you on the red side, the Republican side, you say it's a witch hunt. If you're on the Democratic side, you just say, hey, man, listen, we just need fairness and openness.
Right.
But
we just want to know.
But the Democrats are hypocritical in that because I don't.
The Republicans are just as hypocritical.
They are. And what I'm saying about that is that they coddle and they tried to protect Hillary Clinton when it came down to the emails and all the other stuff. Say, hey, it's nothing to see here. And then when the Republicans come and do it, they try to say, well, you know, they're just obstructing. But I'm saying that we do have a precedent for this in Richard Nixon in Watergate.
Yeah.
Well, and those are the charges that Trump is going to be brought up on. is going to be obstruction of justice, because you can't go say to the policing authority, the one entity that has the authority to police the presidents, Congress, and everybody, which is the FBI, you are on my side, aren't you? You can't say that, man.
Well,
because the FBI has to be neutral, because it's like, look, I might have to investigate your ass one day.
So they got a special prosecutor though, right?
Appointed by who?
Well,
appointed by the interim person.
Right.
Appointed the special prosecutor.
The interim.
The interim director. No,
Yeah,
interim director.
Director. Okay.
So, and I don't know how that's gonna turn up, but I think what you'll do, you'll have a bunch of stuff, a bunch of hearings, all these other things, and you'll have these people where they're gonna come up and say, "See, we told you, it's nothing to see here.
Yeah,
it's nothing to see." And I think unless somebody, the problem that the Trump administration has, really, if we want to get to the root of it, is that they have a problem with keeping information within the White House.
How they do that? They ban every damn.
They have
press.
Dude, that ship is leaking in a whole bunch of places, because the information that's getting out is from somebody that's on the inside that knows. This ain't stuff that average, reporters can pick up on. So I'm saying that, hey man, listen, it's a lot more to this, because you have some people that are risking their careers, possibly their lives, to make sure that this information get out. So I just think that, hey, we need to get to the bottom of it.
Well, I'm still holding to your prediction. You said he will be impeached by the end of June.
I sure hope so.
They will be talking about
seriously impeaching.
Yeah, they'll be moving, because an impeachment, to start the proceedings, man, it could take a long time.
Are they gonna call in Comey to come up there and testify?
They can, but what can he say? Most of the stuff that he can talk about is probably classified.
Well, he has already said that he will be in front of the Senate Intelligence Committee, that he will testify.
Yeah, but he'll probably have to testify. It won't please a lot of people, because they'll feel like it's a backdoor deal. But he's the FBI. He was just stepped down as an FBI director.
I just want to know if he wrote that note.
The public can't know.
Yeah, I just want to know if he wrote that note or whatever. He was like, wait, that's going to be the key. If he got those notes, and they said that he was a very notorious note taker of Trump asking him, damn.
All right. But
number 45.
But see, somebody's got to declassify the notes. And you remember last week when Mr. 45 had the Russians in his office, and
in the Oval Office,
and he started talking about some information, and he just quasi declassified some information
so he could talk about it.
Yeah, so he could in essence brag to the Russians about what he know, but he didn't run it through all the other intelligence agencies and says, hey, do we have operatives in the field that could be affected, their lives could be at risk if we reveal this information to them? So, hey, man, look, I'm off the soapbox. I'm going to stay on time, stay on cue. I don't need to get them little dirty looks and that little BS.
No, actually, I'm tripping because you about 5 minutes early.
To hell with both of y'all. Yeah.
Well, you about
damn you and damn you.
About 5 minutes early. I was looking up her. I was like, oh, we starting late. I was like, okay.
Send your hate mail to JDC.
The notes kept them on.
You know me. At Gmail, at Instagram, and whatever you want to do, man. Send it to Benet. Hell, I'll get it. I might not respond the way you think I'm going to respond, but I'll get it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take our last break of the evening. We're going to come back with one more topic. We're going to wrap up with the CEO and founder of
Saditty hair, y'all.
Hi.
At 510 South Broadway, Tyler, Texas.
And the website?
www.sadittyhair.com, which is SADITTY hair.
SADITTY.
She said
very
TTY. She said TTY.
TTY.
That's to help somebody that can't spell good. That's why I'm doing it.
Yes.
See, the third time they'll remember it now.
Third time
Ladies
is a
and gentlemen,
charm.
you are tuned in live to the Benet Embry Show.
The Benét Embry Show tonight is brought to you by Why Women Trip the Stage Play. The scene in the DFW area will never be the same after the stage play Why Women Trip, starring Mama D of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, along with Juanita Rain Willis and Lorenzo Hunt on July 28th at the Fair Park Hall of State. Directed by Snoop Robinson, written by Cortez Ish, hosted by comedian Q. The stage play is based on true events about a lady named Zori Johnson. The story showcases how quickly love can turn into hate. Zori meets and falls in love with the love of her life, Dorian Brooks. The love connection was whirlwind, and they planned on living happily ever after, but sometimes happily ever after is abruptly interrupted. Will love prevail? co-starring Benet Embry, host of the Benét Embry Show, Katie Carr, Lucretia Johnson, Reggie French, host of R&R and That D Radio Show, Ronald Clements, Mia Hunt, and Irma P. Hall Award winner Sherry Hearns, Sabretta Johnson, and Stephen Lewis. Tickets are available currently for purchase on eventbrite.com/e/Why Women Trip the Stage Play. That's Why Women Trip the Stage Play, presented by Latoria Lee and T. Lee Productions.
Hi, I'm Lisa Renee Pitts, and you're tuned in to the Benét Embry Show.
Yeah.
Bring joy to my city. Niggas out here broke, got the nerve to be picky. Get my man some bread, cause I hate to see him shitty. Or back to selling dope just to make a pretty penny. Keeping it 100 with niggas, they keep it 50. Chicago beef with everybody acting like we 50. I told my bitch you fucking with the greatest and you see me. The realest of the realest and the realest of my city. 7-year-old babies getting killed for no reason. Niggas tracking cars, see ruin all these peoples. Real niggas get blessed and share with they niggas. Real niggas fuck bitches, tell to they niggas. Man, these hoes for everybody breaking down the swisher. Put the loud in right around to some music. Only took a break cause I gotta get to it. But coming from, you would probably lose it. 2 little boys got killed when they was hooping. Hard cause some broke niggas beef and started shooting. Guns got abusive and these niggas they abuse it. And the sad part about it, they didn't even make the news. I'm trying to get through it, so I'm watching all my movement, checking bags like Nike. So I tell them just do it. Tell my niggas they my brothers and I treat them like my brothers. Cause my brothers is my niggas, so we equal as each other. Life is but a dream till you wake up with your mother. Smoking Mary J and you know more drama. Still you won't come, us cooking up a master plan. Gon' put in the action, motherfucker, take a stand. My bones in the murder capital and he the man. I'm in my own lane trying to see where I fit in. Take a chance when a man's on the cash advance. So we out here every day trying to chase these bands. Making all this money you would never understand. So go ahead and judge me, I still get to it. And niggas say they winning, but I know they really losing. 12 months later, still riding in that Buick. And if that slow grinding, I'ma be fat paced. Coming like I'm great, cause I know these niggas hate. Looking in the mirror, only nigga don't see fake. Looking in the mirror, only nigga that relate. Coming like I'm great, cause I know these niggas hate. Coming like I'm great, cause I know these niggas hate. Looking in the mirror, only nigga that relate. Looking in the mirror, only nigga that relate.
They wanna know who the hottest in the city, who the problem, because of all the drama in the city with them goblins, posted with them 30s and the 40s, all my niggas under 20, but I got 150. Always in the streets if a nigga wanna get me, don't know in your city, but I started off with baby. Holes on my dick when I pull up and they hit me, I ain't worried about any, cause I'm only gotta send me. Dropped out of school cause I knew I wouldn't be shit. Now it's that bands if you want me on the remix. Game finna be rich, still can't believe it. And still a get fat down if you wanna do shit. Always need cash, I ain't never on no free shit. My niggas in the streets selling drugs so they sleeping. Posted on the block, almost on top. I could be up on tour making dubs every weekend. You locked up and you ain't got a lawyer while you speaking. Hating ass nigga and you broke while you breathing. Every time you see me, you know I was a demon. You bet I look crazy, you know my niggas clean. All my niggas shooting with 50 dream teaming. Out in my shows, got them niggas with the beans. And we the pistol gang and they changed by the season. No limit them B4L, bitch, I mean it.
Cause I know these niggas hate. Coming like I'm great, cause I know these niggas hate. Looking in the mirror, only nigga that relate. Looking in the mirror, only nigga that relate.
This summer I'ma catch just 5 homicide. Just cause you rapping doesn't mean that he gonna ride. Stop them doors open on the V, let 100 ride. All them face shots need denim to identify. Louis Tony ETC, bitch, I been that guy. Stay high ET, I live in the sky. Yo bitch on me say she tryna get my dick a try. Taking trips with my roadies and my wrists on rollie. On talk to the police, no talk. Out west at the feet, and they put everything on shorty. Made man, made D, touch me, you die. No worries. Lying ass niggas always telling stories. Bitches wanna kick it, tryna be another story. No a couple broke bitches that done been no more. No a couple real niggas that can fix that jewelry. I'ma flex that phone, let me get that jewelry. I be smoking heavy rap, rolling, need another water. Strippers let me in the club, cause you know I change the weather. I don't care where we at, make us ass today, we'll ever get up on the white settle, smoke them like a cigarette. You can catch us in traffic, we're heavy metal, everywhere we travel. Pop out.
Coming like I'm great, cause I know these niggas hate. Coming like I'm great, cause I know these niggas hate. Looking in the mirror, only nigga that relate. Looking in the mirror, only nigga that relate.
Merch. This shit only for the real, middle finger to the fake. All I do is show love, all you do is just hate. Nigga, I've been self-made ever since 12th grade, and I'm about to blow up like the fucking world portray. Goddamn. Don't you hate when a nigga fake? Hell yeah, I'm already knowing most niggas snakes. Better smile in your face, lie to your face. Still ain't really shit to them, cause they do it every day. Haters that be coming in all sizes and shapes. Disguised in they face, fake trying to embrace. But I ain't with that, so I just fall back like, nah, my nigga, I'm good, I'm straight. Real talk though, hate is a bitch nigga trait. So if you a real nigga, then I know you can relate. Looking in the mirror, only nigga that relate. So I'm coming in great, cause I know these niggas hate.
Coming like I'm break, cause I know these niggas hate. Coming like I'm break, cause I know these niggas hate. Looking in the mirror, only nigga that relate. Looking in the mirror, only nigga that relate.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. You tuned in live to the Benét Embry Show with Nikki Jackson James. K. Mark Home just called in with the Zig Master running the ones and twos and the CEO and founder of Saditty Hair and Extensions, Miss Kimberly LaSane. And I'm saying her name slow because y'all know how I fumble over my words sometime. And we're going to finna touch on this last topic, which should be a good one. This is by your good friend Nikki Jackson, who always posts something and get like 800 likes on her post.
Whatever.
So,
make sure you say it how I wrote it.
Ooh, I had to rewrite it.
Nikki, you better read it your damn self.
Why would you rewrite it?
Because I had to fit it all in.
Wow.
Nikki, you better read it yourself.
You rewriting it is not gonna say what I said.
It's the same thing.
Nope, Nikki.
Not if you
You
rewrote it.
and
it's
your
not.
spouse are separated / divorce papers are filed. Why are you upset with them dating and or having a
See,
sexual
that doesn't even
relationship?
sound right. Why you upset?
Nikki.
Why you upset? Why you upset?
But that's easy.
No.
That's
question,
easy.
He's not saying you're right.
Go ahead.
If you and your spouse are separated or divorce papers have been filed, would you be upset to know that they were dating someone else or sleeping with someone else?
I would.
That's easy.
I would.
Yes, if you're not over that person. Because if you're
It don't
over
matter.
and have moved on, you should care
It don't
less.
matter. She's still mine.
No, see, now
that's
that's something else.
See, that's that Middle Eastern in it.
That's that slave.
No,
Yeah.
because
That's
I tell you
something
what.
else.
He's an overseer.
Although,
I told you
let's
he's an
say,
overseer.
Kim, let's say
No.
me and you are married.
Okay.
We have decided to live in separate households. We're going to mess around. We're going to get to divorce, but that's, you go do your thing, I'll do mine. If something happens to me, do you know who is the primary custodian of my entire estate?
You have an estate?
I'm just saying.
Okay.
If something happens, you in charge. You in charge. That means you're superseding who I'm currently dating now, or whatever I have set for my kids, or if they're your stepkids, or whatever the situation is. So if you are still, as long as we still married, let's go ahead and close that chapter. But if you decide to go out and go dating and all of that stuff, and I don't know. Hey, we couldn't get together. We couldn't make it in our marriage. Why would I trust you to do what's right after I'm dead? If that's the case, you understand what I'm saying?
No, that wasn't the question.
It was. I would be upset if you dating or married somebody else. Because you still mine.
Nobody said anything about getting married.
No.
I said dating and or sleeping
I'm
with
saying
someone else.
if we are married, we decide for whatever reason
to separate.
She's
Okay.
dating
Separation.
somebody else.
Yes.
I'm dating somebody else. And this
Okay.
could go on for 2 years. I got a homeboy that he and his wife been married for 20 years, but don't stay together for 2.
So wait.
But if something happens to him, his wife is the one that makes
Yeah, but
all the
that's
decisions.
not even the
That's not the
question, though. The
question.
question is, would you be upset?
I would be upset because she has that power
But you're-
over me.
Okay, but
But
we're
you're
not
dating
talking
someone
about
too.
we're not talking about what's going to happen to your quote unquote
If you die.
estate if you die. All the question asked was,
I
would you
still
be
would be mad.
upset to know that she's dating
I
and or
would.
sleeping with someone else?
I would.
Not about your estate that you don't
I
have.
thought we were going to try to explore every aspect
But
of it.
that's not the aspect.
Okay, well,
That has nothing to do with the question.
I still would be mad
But
Why?
you're
If
dating.
you're doing
Yeah,
it,
you're dating.
why are you upset because she's doing it?
because she's still mine.
Oh no, that's another issue.
So
and
when
another
you were
question.
separated,
When I was separated,
were you doing it?
I was doing me, yes.
Was she doing her?
I was pissed off about it.
Oh.
And,
But you were doing you.
and she was pissed off at what I was doing.
Nikki.
Okay,
Nikki.
but y'all were still doing your own thing,
You seen that movie
and you
Shower?
were sleeping with all the women in the
Wait,
club.
let's not say Benet was sleeping with all the
Hold
women in
on.
the club.
Okay,
because
some.
Benet is a Christian. I have never taken a woman home from the club.
Oh, Ryan.
Nikki, have you seen
I
the
did
movie?
not
Not
have
have
sex with that
relations.
woman. Lewinsky? No, I did not. No, don't
Did
put-
you see Shallow Hal?
No.
Yes, I saw Shallow Hal. It's a good movie.
That's
No, it's
That's
not.
Benet.
No,
Benet.
it's not.
Oh, yes,
Uncle
I
Milton,
did.
don't believe
yes, I
them.
did.
Don't believe them,
Uncle
Uncle
Milton
Milton.
in
Yes,
the
I did.
building.
Yes, I
No,
did.
so would you be
Then
upset?
you weren't over her. You weren't over
apparently,
her. If
no,
you
we
were-
got back together.
If you were upset that you weren't over her. That's it. You're not going to be upset unless you're not over that person, unless you have moved on.
If you and your husband separated and he still carries the title as your husband, although y'all are not together, your husband can go do what he want to do and his wife can go do what she want to do, and there ain't no
But he wouldn't be my husband doing what he wanted to do.
He is your husband.
No.
Husband, just because you said we ain't together no more don't make him not your husband.
Yeah, that's
kind of the way it works.
Filed, papers filed, yeah.
See, when you done, you done.
But if the papers are filed, that doesn't mean that the divorce is final. So technically, even though the papers have been filed, if he was to get hit by a car tomorrow and die, she's still his wife.
Didn't I just say that? Yes.
But that's not. We're not talking about her getting anything from that. We're just saying, would you be upset if they were sleeping with or dating somebody else?
Would you?
No.
Yes.
Right.
Well,
No.
you know what?
I would be.
Why?
Even if I was or wasn't over the whole situation, if you couldn't wait the 2 little raggedy ass months that it take for our divorce to get final.
Exactly.
Damn, how you know it take 2 months?
Because I'm divorced.
Tonight's Benét Embry Show is brought to you by Divorce. Hey kids, don't worry, it's only about 20% your fault.
All right.
But if you can't wait the 2 months that it take for our divorce to get final before you go and start sleeping around or calling yourself dating another woman,
Right.
then I mean, what does that really say about the relationship that we had?
Yeah.
Well, maybe though it was over before you found, which is not right, but maybe it was over.
And I totally get that. It may have been over, but at the same time, we are still married.
Oh,
Maybe he was staying in it for the kids.
Because
We didn't have kids.
sometimes the relationship is over, and then parties that are in the relationship just don't know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
That is still your
But that
wife.
doesn't mean that the other person doesn't have a right to be upset.
Listen,
Right.
I wouldn't give a damn if I have said, listen, I've tried, I've done what I was gonna do to try to make this marriage work, and we headed down here to divorce court. We're done.
I think it would just be more of a damn. You couldn't wait. It's 2 months.
It's
You couldn't
a
wait.
principle behind
But
it.
see,
But
that's
it
what I
will
was-
further solidify the reason.
That's what I'm going
this
back
is the
earlier. People don't put the correct emphasis on the title husband and the title wife. I'm somebody's husband. If something happened now to where we were separated and we pending divorce paperwork files, then I owe it to myself because, hallelujah, praise his name, I'm going to scripture. That is still my wife, and I'm still obligated. She is still obligated to certain rights and privileges as my wife.
You know what, Benet? I disagree with you because listen, I can have a will, I can have a durable power of attorney that will say that, you know what, you my wife, but I kind of don't trust you to make sure that my children get taken care of in the event that something happens to me. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure that my children get taken care of, and I'm gonna put me some legal protections in place for my children.
And you can do that, but I'm saying if you don't have a will, or she still got to still that woman who's carrying the title as your wife, she's still entitled to certain things. She still has a certain amount of power over your affairs.
She ain't got no damn power with my affair.
And not only that, damn man, that's your wife.
No,
I'm not. That's such and such wife.
No,
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
not my wife. That was my wife.
But until that divorce is final,
I don't give a damn about no papers filed in court.
Prime example.
Done is done.
Prime example of Diary of a Mad Black Woman, when he cheated and put his wife out and was with the other girl, and then he got shot. Who did the hospital call? They called his wife.
Yeah.
And his wife had to make the decision on what to do with him. But they weren't together, but by law, that was his next of kin, not that side chick.
But like we said earlier, if a person don't want to be with you, it's nothing else you can do. If a person does not want to be with you.
It's not making that person stay with you.
Yeah.
It's the process that you have to go through to cut that bond.
Listen, the first cutoff is in your damn mind.
Hello.
And if you can't cut that person off in your mind, you can't stop thinking about it.
I don't give a shit what you cut off. That woman's still your wife.
You
can say she not.
You
technically
missing the
she
point.
is. I feel what you're saying.
What I'm saying, you a Virgo, that's a Libra over there. But when a Leo is done, a Leo is done.
Scorpio too. When
I understand what you're done. Just because you can say,
I tend to harbor on feelings.
I
you
don't.
can say,
I do.
Me either.
I can look at
Damn my feelings. I'm not gonna allow you to continue to hurt me.
Look here. It's like
That's
this.
me.
I can look at your shirt and say, that shirt is blue all day long because in my mind I want it to be blue. But the reality of the fact,
hold on, you Donald
but
Trump.
the reality of the fact is that's a black ass shirt you got on.
How do you
so
know that?
regardless,
You colorblind.
I've cut her off. She is no longer my wife. So what that might make me want to do is go ahead and get this paperwork over with, so she officially won't be my wife. Because as long as she is my wife, I'm gonna feel a certain type of way because I am a husband, and there's certain things that you do and do not do and do for and don't do to a husband.
You know
now
what?
you have a lot of people that be separated for 5, 6, 7 years,
And to get back together.
and they just separated. No divorce papers.
They ain't
They
thinking about shit.
separated.
Got
He
kids
done
everywhere.
been in a relationship for the last 2 years.
Nikki,
Yeah. She been with some dude for 4 years,
let me tell you
but they
something.
still married.
That's people that ain't got shit. People that ain't got shit do that. Trust me. People that if you ain't got nothing to lose, that's what you do.
Shout out to James K for giving us all the sound bites I'm gonna need.
Shout out to not having shit.
That's what you do. But let me tell you, when you got a retirement sitting over there, when you got a couple of $100,000 stacked away, you got some insurance policies, you got some land, you got some stuff in your family, some
You get
homes,
that shit moving.
You say, oh no. Soon as you leave, I'm taking off the next day, and I'm with the lawyer.
What is it?
And I'm meeting with the lawyer the next day.
Dog,
because I don't have time to play with you because people will get killed over you trying to take something I have worked to amass over a long period
Okay,
of
if
time.
that's the case, James, let's say by your rationale, by you and Kim's rationale, you know what, Nikki, I love you. And in my mind, you're my wife. Now, ask Nikki Jackson if she's my motherfucking wife. Because in my mind, until I marry her, we get that paperwork, she is whatever she is to me. She ain't my wife.
Well, y'all could be common law.
If we are married,
Common law.
regardless of whatever we go through, till we get that paperwork saying that she's not, that cut off, then she is still my wife. And I will feel a certain type of way because it's certain things that you do and you don't do while you got a wife and or a husband.
Now check this out. You say you married, but you out hoeing and doing all this other stuff. What's the difference? Does it matter? And I'm not saying that that's what you're doing, but what I'm saying
I understand what you're saying.
If you're in a relationship with somebody and y'all not faithful to each other and y'all just hadn't made the decision to separate, but emotionally and mentally, y'all not together any damn way.
She's still my wife. We ain't divorced.
That's something on paper.
Yeah.
That paper carries a whole bunch of goddamn weight.
That paper don't carry no damn weight.
Really?
Because it doesn't carry any weight. Because your commitment to me is what carries weight.
gone.
And the second you're not committed to me, you ain't on my damn team. You become my enemy.
Oh.
That's what it is. You become my damn enemy. If you ain't working with me, you working against me.
I can't even argue with him.
And
she's still my wife though.
When you
I don't want my wife screwing nobody else.
Listen,
I don't give a
sometimes
damn. We've been separated for 10
That's
years.
selfish. That is so selfish.
That right there.
so
Renee,
selfish.
Renee,
That's
listen,
selfish.
listen.
That cat better be super tight if I touch it, if she ever give it to me.
I slept with the enemy, but what I'm saying is that once you know better, you do better. And stop trying to honor something that you say. You sitting over here saying, well, I gave my word, and she's saying, well, you give your word, I'm still gonna do what I'm gonna do.
I'm not saying to using it as a method of control. If she chooses to go do whatever she want to do, then that's between her and God. But I'm saying I'm not going to like it, and I refer back to Nikki's point. If we together one day, the next day you sexting somebody goddamn else, then how what do we actually see? You know what I'm saying?
This is the reason why I don't cheat, because I'm resolute about it. I ain't got no problem with it. Told my wife, listen, I don't cheat. So if you come up and you say I want to get a divorce, it's gonna be for something else. It ain't gonna be for cheating. It ain't gonna be for me kicking your butt. It ain't gonna be for me wasting no money.
Right.
So I done pretty much eliminated your top 3 right there. So if you cheating, it's because you want to. And the second you do that, I'm gonna drop you like a hot potato, because you don't deserve me.
You say you can put that funk ass out there.
Wow.
You don't deserve me. I'm better than that. I'm not gonna allow you to mistreat me. I'm not at no point in time.
This has actually happened, because I'm saying, well, the reason I'm saying, because you're very strong and passionate. I'm the type of person, I just say, you don't know what you're gonna do until you are in that situation.
That's right.
I can say all day, oh, he cheated on me, I'm out, and then you bring kids and mortgage and all that. You don't know what you're gonna do until you're in that situation.
Now, women, you know what y'all do?
What we do?
Y'all playing.
What we do?
Y'all playing.
That sound like a
because, well, you plot too. I mean, I'm just gonna
a whole nother show.
That
No,
sounds
it's
like
not another show.
Are
This
we
is like-
premeditating something?
No, this is no. It's not. Well, a woman always has an out.
Oh yeah.
And this is what
That
I
I do
figured
agree.
out because see your grandmas and your mamas and your auntie and them I always told you, baby, you keep your little something stacked to the side in case
don't
something
tell him
happens.
shit.
And don't let him know nothing about it.
Right.
Yep.
And so you do
Look at her,
that.
she's like,
You
yep.
always
Yep.
have a way out.
Yep.
So what's wrong with a man looking and saying and doing the same thing? But with a woman, it's different because y'all will be there like, yeah, I know he doing some things, but man, I gotta finish up school. I gotta go ahead and get my master's degree, and I'm gonna have his ass pay for it. And then when I get this other stuff, I'm done. And the reason why I know that, I had a friend of mine. She did the exact
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm
thing.
so glad I'm not gonna get all the women hate mail.
Send your hate mail to me because
I'm
normally
right
it's me.
mine
I'm
now.
so
I'm right
good.
mine now.
if I'm lying, I'm dying.
No,
But that is true though.
yeah, it's true.
Women playing.
Wow.
And I wouldn't say so much plot, but I say playing because
I say plot,
if
playing.
if you go off emotions and you say, "Oh, I'm mad at him. He cheated on me. I can't believe this," and you go and you just get out, just get away. You say, "Damn, wait a minute. I hadn't think about all this other stuff. We got all these ties together."
But you think if he cheated and I'm pissed off, but if I can make this fight last 5 more months when his car note is paid off, then I can.
And we all stay in
Or
it.
when I'm finished school.
Make this fight last because you know when you catch him cheating, number one, you're not gonna get sex for almost a year.
Wow.
So if I can keep this
Oh,
fight
shit, I'm gonna
going,
be, I might as well be gone
if I
any
can keep
goddamn
this
way.
fight going,
If I don't get no
and-
sex after
and-
3
and
days,
keep
shit,
the
I'm looking up attorneys.
keep the anger in the relationship
control.
and keep it nice and
Tolerable.
intense.
Yeah.
No, and the
I can
reason
get
why I
this
say
car note paid
that
off.
is I have a homegirl of mine, and I know that she went through this because we talked about it, and it was like I went through it with her. Her man was cheating on her, and she was to the point where she had 2 kids by him, and she was at the point where she was almost indebted to him because she depended upon him, and she was like, I'm here, I'm at home, I'm taking care of the children, and I'm working, but I'm not working making the money that I want to make. And he goes and he's driving trucks and he's just out being with all kind of women. And she's like,
He's just a whoremonger.
No, she's like,
She can't
okay,
afford to leave?
No, you married to a dude and he comes back home with an STD and you know you don't have one.
That's a problem.
Shout out to chlamydia.
Shout out to
Nah, I wouldn't shout out to no chlamydia.
That is
But
that's a
what I'm
problem.
saying is that what she had to do was say, hey, listen, I gotta be resolute. I gotta go finish school, and I have to finish school, and I can give him the cold shoulder, and I can handle my business, and I can make him pay for school. I can make him take care of his children. I can make him pay for daycare, because that's what he's gonna do, and he'll pay the rent as long as he think he's doing what he want to do and he's having it his way. But as soon as she got her stuff together, she was like,
I'm out.
she was like, deuces, dude. And he was like, so you go leave me after we done got the house? She was like, the house is in my name. Deuces, dude.
That means you get
call
your
that
shit.
smart.
To the, well, as
I call
Beyonce
that
would say,
smart.
to the
It
left.
was a
To the
2.5
left,
year
to the left,
process.
To the left.
To the left, to the left.
I couldn't have done it.
Yeah.
I can't sit there and fake it
Yeah, me
for no
neither.
2.5 years.
That's a long
Me
time.
neither.
Well,
But
yeah, because she had to give up some and some of that.
I'm
too,
sure
though,
she
yeah.
did.
She just nasty. She itchy.
Itchy. Well, she made it. Hey, listen. If
That's
you
nasty.
if you came home with an STD
and he
you
not
can
wearing a
wear rubbers
condom,
down.
right? Exactly. If he come home with an STD and he not wearing a condom, then
You tell him.
That's
if
on
she
her.
catch something,
Yeah.
that's on her.
Yeah,
her.
you
Yeah.
proving that you suspect, so you gotta wear a
Exactly.
condom
Smells
now.
just like gonorrhea.
Oh.
Tonight's Benet Embry Show is brought to you by Fire Stick.
Oh.
Ooh, the stick is on fire. But
Yeah.
I mean, that's my take on it, man. I'm sorry if I got a little
No, actually, no. That was actually
over the
pretty
top.
dope. I still say I would be pissed off. I don't know. Maybe I do tend to hold.
Take
on
your
to
emotions out of it, I say.
things. Well, shit. If you don't have emotions, then what the hell did you have to begin with?
If you got somebody that's cheating,
Love
you ain't got nothing
say,
nowhere.
This goes back to our classic argument. You say love is a choice, not an emotion.
Yeah.
And everything like that. I think it's you do have to choose to love somebody, but you also have to have some emotional investment entitled in that person to love them.
Yeah.
You just can't love any goddamn body. I can choose to love, whoever, but
No, you definitely
You
can't
love
love any
Taco
damn
Vodka.
body.
You love Taco Vodka. But that don't mean Taco Vodka love you.
why we got to bring up what I drink? And I do love Taco Vodka. The doctor told me today that she wanted me to cut back. I was like, what the hell are you saying? cut back on Newports and taco vodka. She was like, you coming back in 4 weeks? I was like, hell no. Every time I come here, you tell me shit I can't do. I'm not coming back to her.
You getting the finger next time you go.
Whatever. No, I bet you I don't get that.
Oh,
Exit only
MG.
player.
You tell him, here.
Only on the
See, don't
Benet
do that. That's so
Show.
nasty. Nikki, don't look at me like that either.
He gonna treat you like a Muppet.
No, I bet the hell he not.
He gonna say, just lay down, take a deep breath, and relax.
And get on your tiptoes.
This is the BENET.
Y'all act like as soon as he come in and act like he gonna put on a glove, there's gonna be an intense conversation.
About what?
Because I'm not telling him, I don't know what you doing that shit for, unless you dusting for crimes.
He's checking your prostate.
I don't need him to check that shit.
You need
Yes,
to.
you do.
No, I
For
don't.
your child.
You are
Yeah.
Didn't your dad have prostate issues?
check.
They got an X-ray for that? They can
No,
see all-
no. They got to finger
Bite
you.
the bullet.
Well, I'm not
They
biting
got
shit.
to get a stinky finger.
No, they ain't gonna get no.
And hope it's a woman.
A little bit of that sticky icky.
What the hell? That ain't gonna make it no difference if it's a
Oh,
woman.
my
Oh yeah, it will.
Her fingers are smaller.
Yeah, allegedly.
Oh, that's nasty.
Unless you're a big
on
old
that
Russian
note-
woman.
What is?
Unless she's transgender.
Look at my finger and look at your finger.
Benet,
I don't want to look at your finger.
I need you to roll over on your belly, Benet.
I don't need to. I don't want to look at no one. That's a rule on the show. No more. Nobody looks at nobody else's fingers. Period. How much time we got, ladies and gents?
Oh no. Oh, I know what the question, Nikki.
Yes.
I saw this, and it kind of baffled me. There was a dude that looked like he got his eyebrows lined up.
Metro.
Is this? That's what I was thinking.
Man, they in that same shit with that mouth shit.
Look like he got them lined up.
No, it looked like he
They look like
kind of
mine?
got it. Like I looked, I
Waxed
said,
or-
I was like, damn, your shit look perfect.
Damn, why did you notice that shit?
Why you looking?
Exactly. Look here.
Listen,
Because
we got-
no. In James' defense, I will say there are just some things on a man that should not look that good, and his eyebrows should not look that
listen,
good.
Nikki.
I'm sorry.
I was sitting there like the eyebrows were like
are very
thick,
noticeable.
and they came and they were
I don't know
tapered.
what
I got
website y'all on. I hope
Eyebrows
I
are very noticeable.
I hope I never go to that website.
I mean, but if he has like a unibrow, he needs to take care of that. I'm sorry.
No, he
I
don't have a
wanna
unibrow.
see,
Damn
yeah.
that, I don't know.
Anthony
see
Davis
that.
is a great basketball player. I don't know what you're saying.
Look here, ladies and gentlemen. I hate to cut this off. We got 2 minutes. We got to wrap up. First off, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank Kimberly LaSane, CEO of Saditty Hair and Extension.
Ooh, she didn't go say it.
I did. I said
Say
it.
it.
Kimberly, what?
I said like insane.
LaSane.
Yeah.
Okay. What's Saditty?
She said, he said,
Saditty. Saditty hair.
Yes.
She said TTY.
She said TTY.
Everybody like TT.
TTY.
Oh,
Really?
I'm sorry.
You could
Jack,
do
you need my
couldn't even say
Pornhub
you an
account because
ITY.
you've been emphasis on the TT and the.
They gonna remember that. Watch.
Oh, okay.
You know, yeah.
It's
I
some,
hope
it's some
so.
folks that don't know how to spell. Trust me.
Ladies and gentlemen, we
I need
hope
to go
we have
to the
entertained. We hope we have educated you tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. We would like to invite you back, not next week because we're off. The week after that, June 5th, but right before we take our break for the summer, but we'll be back strong July 10th, July 5th, July 10th. We got re-airs. We got all the dope stuff already lined up for you. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Benét Embry Show. We'll see you next week after next.
2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
We
What
out.
he
Y'all
said
have
before.
a good holiday.
Yeah, have a good
Happy
holiday.
holiday.
Happy Memorial Day.
Yes, we are out.
Woo-woo.
Peace.